Hello, everybody. It is me again. And well, to be honest, I just kind of want to talk about like some, like stuff. Like have a monthly check-in right now. I wasn't really gonna upload this video or make this video because recently as you guys know, I've been working on animation and also been working on other stuff like including my game at the moment, just showcasing my ideas. But the game has kind of been on hold a bit because recently, well, I encountered an exploiter. Yeah, an exploiter joined my game, and well, what ended up happening was that it was very interesting. Like to kind of explain what ended up happening is that this exploiter injected a script into my game that was that just allowed me to talk to them. Because when I encountered the exploiter, they had the lock symbol, like the thing you see now when someone's like a lower in a different age group than you, like you see the locks now, showing that hey, someone else from like a different age group is talking. And well, that person, well, simply put, that person injected a script that actually allowed me to talk to them, and I actually have like some footage I'll show like right here, like a tiny bit of footage that it was kind of interesting because I got to like kind of like talk to them for a bit to understand why they're even doing this in the first place, like figure out like honestly just ask why they would even like exploit and how they even found my game. All I'm just gonna say is that that person who found my game wasn't a subscriber at all. Um, because like the only time I posted about my game was the video I made last time, and apparently they found my game through a random website. So I just want to let you guys know, the game I have on my profile is probably gonna go privated for a little bit because most likely there probably is like a script in there that alerted that person that hey, this game you can exploit in it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to adjust some things. Um, and second thing I do want to talk about, I just kind of want to talk about like Roblox in general. I kind of want to talk about like some of the changes they've been doing. I just kind of give my thoughts and just like afterwards I might just vent a little bit of just about other stuff. But I just kind of want to talk about let's say Roblox at the moment. Now my thoughts on it. Roblox is gonna release something called Roblox Plus, which in my opinion is way better than premium by like a large degree, as even though they're getting rid of like the 10% extra Robux you get on purchase, if you stick with Roblox Plus for like I think like 3 months they say, you'll have a 20% discount on everything, which is honestly pretty great. I think it's pretty great the fact that it's a 20% discount on everything. Though one thing I am kind of concerned about though is that if they're gonna make everything 20% off, it makes me wonder if they're gonna somehow like do like a dynamic floor adjustment and make the game, just like make not make game make the game like make items more expensive. Because like since everything if you stick with it, you're gonna get like a 20% discount on everything, including game passes as well. It's really gonna, I feel like, affect probably the way people maybe price things as well. It's a 20% discount. And even though Roblox covers it, I don't know exactly how big of an impact that will have on like if Roblox is gonna raise the dynamic price floor for things to make things more expensive to make up for that 20% discount for Roblox Plus members. Maybe, but I'm not sure. When it comes to when it comes to the other things about Plus though, and this is where I feel like kind of like this is what I think. I think Plus is really good for just like the average like player and just like maybe like consumer. But I think for game developers, this is where plus kind of becomes like a negative. As if you guys don't know, and I've already talked about this before, and I did a bit more research on this to like figure out, you know, what's exactly going on. Roblox Plus is going to need to be required if you want to upload and update your games. Now, apparently, if you do run out of Roblox Plus, your game will still stay up. The only difference being though is that your game, if it's made for all ages, like has like age rating like minimal, what's going to happen is that if your Roblox Plus expires, your game is going to be go from like minimal age rating to 16 plus age rating. So like a more mature age rating, like outright, once your thing expires. So what that means is that in games, if you want to make a game for all ages, you want to have a Roblox plus subscription. So you want to be like, you want to be pretty much just like paying for the subscription like every month. And I do know they've been adding in like things where they're willing to give like certain creators like 6 months of Roblox Plus, but that's about it. Other than that though, developers are gonna have to start like paying monthly to keep their games up. Now, one thing I kind of like really want to say about this update in particular when it comes to Plus is that I really like the idea that it's really like just more beneficial for like the consumers, but like at the exact same time too, this does kind of kill off like certain games. Like this game right here, this game I kind of like go to it like every now and then just to like cozy up a bit. Because I just find that the rain ASMR like a bit relaxing here for some reason. But the studio who made this game, I think I have them right here. They ended it. They're no longer supporting the game. They have already stated that right here with the new rules with ID verification, which you need to do to publish games now, and to purchase premium, they officially ended support for the game. They officially pretty much this game will no longer get updated, and nor will they ever create other games again. And this is one thing I kind of want to talk about, and like how this could probably negatively affect certain games, especially with like games that kind of have like very in like creators that are like inactive for like long periods of time and only come back like every couple of months. One game I want to talk about in particular is this game called Acid Escape. This game, I've played it for a decent bit. On average, only has like around like 200 players, and it's been around for a while. But the thing that like I think the reason why its growth has kind of been like stagnated a bit is because this game rarely updates. The last time this guy updated the game was 3 months ago, and even so, this person takes a long time to update. So what would end up happening is that if this game actually like once like Roblox Plus comes around and like let's say this person is still inactive and is not developing anything for like Acid Escape right now, what's going to happen to this game is that it's still going to be playable. So I found that it's still going to be playable. The only thing is though is that it's going to be locked behind a 16 plus age rating. And as you can see, this game has the maturity label minimal. So what that means is that pretty much anybody can play it. And once this and if the person is like not active and like Roblox Plus comes around and they haven't paid for like the subscription, well, this maturity label is gonna probably go up to 16 plus, or just be available to their friends only. And right now, this game has like an active player count of only 209. So pretty small, right? Like pretty small like player count. But the big thing that it might do, like, because here's the thing. If the guy's like not active, right, for like a decent while, and like he didn't even realize about like the Roblox Plus stuff, and let's say like he just forgot or like just doesn't care to like pay for membership, what's gonna happen is that, as we all know, Roblox is primarily played by kids. Games like Acid Escape that like have around like 200 players right now, majority of those I can tell you right now are definitely, you know, like kids. A lot of the people who like play these games are definitely kids. And what will end up happening is that once that game, like the membership expires, or like they just don't pay for the membership if they decide like not to, the player count is probably going to drop a significant amount. By my honest estimations, because if they're going to lock everything behind like 16 plus, and here's the thing, I'm not going to get into the Roblox kids and select things. Like, I understand Roblox is trying to like now like separate things into like age groups. Like Roblox kids is like 9 year olds, Roblox select is like 9 to 15 year olds, and then like 16 plus is like normal Roblox. Like, I understand like Roblox is trying to like separate a lot of things, but like certain games like Acid Escape, I've looked at the data on its chart. It averages around like 200 players like every day. It does, like it does. Like it averages like around them on like 200 players like every day. And you know, it just pretty much has that average player count. Once you know, things like the membership requirement rolls around, and if the guy doesn't care, guy or girl doesn't care to update the like the game, what's pretty much gonna happen, I think, here's the thing, I don't think the game will like die out fully like instantly, but I do genuinely think that the game most likely will lose a lot of its player count. How much? To be honest, I'm gonna be real with you. I am like really unsure how much it might lose. But looking at like a lot of like the avatars that like are like people run in these games, it's clear a lot of them are like still like majority like under 16, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if like if the Acid Escape dev just doesn't care for the subscription and leaves it as is. I wouldn't be surprised if like, you know, like Acid Escape's like average player count drops like below 100 after like no like subscription is paid. And here's the thing, there are other things, like the thing is like a lot of people say like it's just $5 when it comes to like, you know, all this stuff, right? Like, oh, it's just $5 to like to just like pay and like keep the game up. The thing is though, is that it may be $5 like at like certain points, but like you have to take into account also like some people low key some people use holder accounts to like host their games, and sometimes it could be a bit more than $5 per month, especially if that person, you know, like has an holder account and they're also paying for like plus on their like personal account or like their main dev account. So what that means is that in certain, I think certain case scenarios, if they like, if they don't want to risk their account, they still want to have their like holder account. Um, there are gonna be like certain scenarios like that where it's gonna cost more than, you know, like $10, or like no, not 10, like more than $5, like to like kind of upkeep a game and stuff like that. So there are, I'll definitely say this, there are like definitely scenarios where, you know, upkeeping the game is gonna cost a bit extra. And I think for small developers, it might ruin like honestly certain games. Like, I played this one before, like Tower Battles, because you know I do like Tower Battles as the tower defense game and stuff like that. And there's this spin-off where you get to play as the towers, so as like a first person shooter, which is pretty nice. The thing is though, this account looks like it hasn't been active in a while. Well, the game says it got recently updated, but like the account itself doesn't own like Roblox Plus. And if the person decides like, you know, it's not worth running Roblox Plus on like the account for this game in particular, um I wouldn't be surprised if like the 83 players here like drop down to like, you know, like at best like 12. At best like I'm like only 12 players. And that's the thing. I think the big thing about it though is that like I personally feel like the tower battles, like not tower battles, but like I personally feel like the Roblox like plus stuff, it doesn't affect like the bigger creators. Bigger creators, some of them, like some of the more popular ones like Stickmaster Luke and like some OGs, they were lucky enough around the time period when they were making games that like Roblox lifetime was a thing. Like lifetime like Builders Club was a thing. So they don't need to worry for like paying for membership for like 100 years, which is honestly pretty great for them. But when it comes to like other things and just like trying to like for like smaller developers to make games now, if they want to make games for like all ages, now they're gonna have to pay membership to in order to keep those games up and running. But not only that, I think they are also adding like an extra step to the process now, where I believe one of the extra steps they're doing now is that when you do publish a game, before that game gets like, you know, like fully like released for like all ages, that game is gonna have a time period where it only can be strictly be played by 16 plus users only. And here's the thing, majority of Roblox is still kids. So like if you're like an aspiring game developer right now and you want to create a new game, all I'm just gonna say is that you better hope there's enough six like people over 16 interested in playing your game. If not, well, your game is probably never gonna get out of that testing phase. Yeah. And here's the thing. Um, I think the Roblox Plus stuff is still great for consumers. I think what they're doing with it, as long as they don't increase like the dynamic price floor, I think it's fantastic. I think it's great. Um, the thing is though, is that if they're you know, if they're gonna like not increase like the dynamic wow, Jesus, not increase the dynamic price floor, you know, then it's great. It's honestly just overall like a massive benefit to everyone. But for like small like devs right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, it might not be like a good idea maybe to like risk it. Because like if your game doesn't get popular enough or like it doesn't get enough attention and you're paying like monthly subscription, you know, it's gonna be kind of hard to justify constantly paying money to hope that your game gets big and in order to update it. Because if you don't have the plus, you cannot update the game at all. So like let's say the Acid Escape person came back to Roblox and they didn't have the subscription. Not only is the game going to be locked behind 16 plus, they're not going to be able to update the game remotely. They're going to have to pay for a subscription first before they can update, which is kind of the sad part. And yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. I guess this is where like the more personal section begins, my venting a bit. So I've just been going through a lot. I've been going through therapy, and I've been just trying to deal with like a lot of things at the moment. And right now, I am really just sorry about that. I am really just trying to figure things out. Like I'm doing Roblox animation, but at the exact same time too, it kind of feels odd to animate for this platform at the moment because of just the amount of like drama and not only that, just a lot of the changes. I do think Roblox has been doing some good changes like with Plus, but I do think there's also like a really big negative with Plus, and in that it kind of kills off um potential for small devs to create stuff. But other than that though, I just like been just struggling like, you know, mentally, right? Like I like recently in particular, I believe the main thing is right now is like I am going to probably, how do I word this properly? I most likely, no, sorry, I'm just trying to think like how do I word this properly for you guys. Um, I am struggling a lot, and most likely, and the thing that I kind of have been like, it seems like almost like like kind of like diagnosed with, is that I kind of am suffering from disorder, and it's kind of rough. It's low key kind of rough. I like, it hasn't really been that great for me. Um, and it sucks because the thing is like I'm in a state right now, dude, where like I'm constantly depressed. Like I'm just constantly defeated. And then like I'll have those moments where I'm just like energetic as hell. All of a sudden, like my mind can't stop thinking, right? Like my thoughts just start racing, and I just start going absolute AWOL. And it's kind of reached a point where like I'm now gonna get like treated for it. Um, And the thing is that like I'm not gonna lie, I've been ignoring like my mental state for like the longest time. So like, so you know, like this stuff now is like hitting like me as like a truck, like hitting me like a truck, is what I'm trying to say. It's been really, really rough, and it's just something where it's just exhausting. It just really is exhausting. It's just something where like a part of me really wishes I wasn't going through all this because like it's just rough. It's just rough. And it's it's something where like I don't know, man. It's just something where it's just like I'm just like a bit speechless and just all that because I just don't know how to like process like a lot of this stuff. Like it's been really hard for me recently. And like I said, I've been ignoring a lot of my mental issues, like a lot of my mental health issues for like the longest time. And it's just been, yeah, it's just been a lot. It's kind of been like a crushing. Like especially like my sleep schedule now, like in particular, like recently because I've been having like a lot of like energetic like feelings a lot. I've been like I haven't been able to sleep sometimes. Like I've been like sleeping like super super late, like at like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. And like the next thing you know, I sleep and I only sleep for like 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours. It's something where it's like really like have been like very impactful on me. And it's just been kind of a struggle. It's been really a big struggle for me. And yeah. But the good news is though, I will get treatment for it and just hopefully get better because it's just been a lot. It's really hasn't been great for me, and it just sucks to kind of like just feel this way constantly. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.